I'm not doing this wig no more. I'm sweating, I'm hot, and I just want to be free. And I'm like, if I'm gonna test it anywhere, it's gonna be where nobody knows me.
Yeah.
And so I love this part of the story. After he did it and me and my sister stepped out into the hotel hallway, my niece at the time, my niece goes, I don't think this is a good idea.
Welcome to the Visibility Room, on air and off script. Hey everybody, it's Karyl Morris from the Image Impact Group and the Visibility Room, on air and off script. And today I have with me Tamara Flake.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited for you to be here too. And we met a couple years ago.
Yep.
And one of the things that you told me about back then was your organization called IROCKITBALD. And we're going to jump into that. But first, rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I don't think I've ever done rapid fire, so I don't know if I'm ready.
Okay. Even better. Okay. What is the first impression you want people to have of you?
Oh, she's approachable.
I like that. Why?
Oh, just because I enjoy having conversations with people. I feel like I'm great at breaking down barriers and just like get into, like, who are you? What do you do? Let's connect.
Yes. I love that. And you are a great connector. That I know for sure. Segue, please. What is your favorite way to connect with people, digitally or in person?
In person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes it more real.
Absolutely. What builds credibility faster, expertise, presence, or consistency?
Consistency.
And why?
Because you have to be consistent in order for somebody to trust that you're going to do what you said you're going to do.
Yeah, I would love that. And what's a trust killer, speaking of trust, that you often see?
Ooh, I guess not being consistent. No, a trust killer lying to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, telling me one thing and then doing something totally different.
Yeah, that'll take you out rapidly. What is one leadership lesson, kind of thinking back to, you've had a great career in both your organization and in banking finance. What's one leadership lesson that really stays with you?
Oh, okay. That's not the direction I thought that question was going. A leadership lesson that has stayed with me is to support my team and my colleagues. Like when I was a people leader.
Yeah.
Really, okay. So I had this district manager, short story. I had this district manager who really stood in the fire with me. Like she led from beside me.
Okay.
And that was probably one of the most productive, most rewarding moments in my career that I often point back to.
Yeah.
Because we had great success, not as individuals, but as a team.
Yeah.
And she walked that journey with us. Like she was in it with us, guiding and coaching, celebrating successes, correcting failures when it needed to be corrected. But her leadership in that moment taught me a lot about what it is to stand in it with your team and actually win.
Yeah, not just, waving the magic wand and hoping everybody does, what you want them to do, but taking it on together. I love that.
Yep.
I love that. Tell me a little bit about IROCKITBALD. How did it start? Where is it going? What does it mean to you?
Funny enough, it started just as a Instagram handle. So when Instagram first came out, it was shortly after the iPhone came out and everything was kind of I this, I that, right? And I'm like, dang, what's my avatar and my Instagram handle gonna be? And it just came to me like, IROCKITBALD.
Yeah.
And so that was my Instagram handle, and I just was posting as a regular old person, but it was my cutesy little way of saying this is who I am.
Yes.
But that evolved over time as people started to see it and was like, I like that. And I'm like, maybe I can turn this into a brand.
Yes.
So that it did evolve into what's today IROCKITBALD LLC. Like we are a business.
Yes.
I used to refer to it as an organization, but I'm official. I'm on paper now. I got a tax ID number and everything.
The government has found me.
The government has found me. I'm not making no money yet. It's all debt. Like I'm expenses. We building, right?
Right.
But IROCKITBALD was born out of my journey with alopecia. Yeah. I was diagnosed with it when I was 6 years old. And it's been a ride, like a wave of, feelings, emotions, self-esteem, image, concerns, questioning myself, my confidence.
Right.
The woman that sits before you here today with all of this love and light and confidence and exuding everything is not who I used to be. And it took me a long time to get here. So I turned IROCKITBALD, transitioned it from an Instagram handle to an organization that has purpose. And so what I say is IROCKITBALD is for individuals that are living with or loving someone with hair loss. Obviously, alopecia is my, foundation, but hair loss can come in many forms and from many different things. So my lens is from alopecia, but all are welcome. I'm inclusive.
So tell me a little bit about the journey from the kid to this confident, beautiful, strong woman that sits before me. And I do want to say that, when you came in today, we had another client that stopped in real quick and she was like, wow, who is this confident woman that just walked in?
She did. I heard her. I'm like,
she literally said that. Yeah. So, I mean, how great that the little girl in you probably didn't realize that was going to happen at some time.
No, not at all. Because I was just reflecting on this the other day. I growing up was very skinny. And I just was not necessarily always comfortable in my body. And then I had the hair loss on top of it. And so I would cover up a lot. Like I did any and everything to avoid attracting attention.
Okay.
I did. Believe it or not. Like some people will say to me now, like, you just love the center of attention. I'm not really, but I'll take it. I know how to handle it now.
Exactly.
I had a coworker tell me that one time. It pissed me
off. Oh yeah.
Because she was being messy.
I was gonna say, that there's a difference between being complimentary about, the confidence and being snarky.
Yep, exactly. I call her messy boots. But anyway, I was 6 years old when I was diagnosed. I was in the first grade. It started off with just bald spots. And I was scared because I thought that, the little scissors they gave us in first grade were the very dull ones.
Right.
But one day, I don't know why, I just started cutting my hair with them.
Oh.
And I thought, oh my God, I should have never done that. Now my hair is falling out. It's all my fault. And so I had like quarter-sized bald spots.
Yeah.
My parents took me to the dermatologist to get it looked at, and they diagnosed me with alopecia areata. Okay. And so begins the journey of topical creams and ointments and injections and all the things that, they try to use to resolve it. Yeah. But none of it really worked for me. And quite frankly, my hair, it would fall out during the school year. It would grow back in the summer. I never had edges. So when I did wear my own hair in elementary school, it looked crazy. I looked like, what's that boxer promoter with the Don King. Don King. I look like Don King because I would have a headband on and my hair would just be sticking straight up off my head. Like I have gone through some phases. Girl, if I show you these pictures, you're going to be like, you was ugly. And I'm going to say I was ugly.
There's no way.
And I was snag-a-tooth. Oh, the glow up is real.
Wow.
The glow up is real. Like I was missing my front tooth for years. Like, isn't that fun? Seemed like all of elementary school. Because that tooth falls out when you're like 6 years old.
Right.
And it's supposed to come back within a few months. I did not get that tooth back until 5th grade, maybe 6th grade, when I got braces and they had to go get it and pull it down with braces.
Oh my God. You know what? Growing up is just hard in general. Oh my God.
Oh, but the hairstyles that I used to go through elementary school, I mean, it was rough because they did not make wigs for kids back then. Oh, the way that you can get wigs now where they look very real and natural. Yeah. The ones I had were from like the beauty supply store. So I'm buying the same wig that Auntie mine them was wearing to church. Okay.
It wasn't gray, was it?
It was not gray.
Was it blue?
It was not blue. I did have a purple one once, but they were just like, okay, think of Dora the Explorer. So I had a little mushroom vibe. Yeah. I had that. And then it was always just very straight hair. It was not textured at all. And so, as a little black girl, that felt weird because everybody else's hair had some texture to it. And it just was not like everybody else. So here the girl who doesn't want to stand out got this hair that's different.
Yeah.
That everybody, I can't wear ponytails. I can't wear the little cornrows. No, nothing. And it just, I'm like, okay, sticking out like a sore thumb now.
Yeah.
So this was also part of the reason why I did not want to stand out. Like, this is enough.
Right.
You know, let's distract from that.
So how do you get from that little girl again to this literally beautiful, strong, I mean, you are a presence. You walk in, everybody goes, oh, wow. Not because you have a bald head, because of how you project your entire being.
Yeah. Well, my parents did put me in therapy at a very early age. I want to say I was maybe around 8 years old when they first started, me in therapy sessions. And they did that because I wasn't talking about my feelings. Yeah. And I was bottling it up. And then I think I used to have emotional outbursts. I definitely had a smart mouth. My mom just used to get, like, she was so over my smart mouth. But I used to bottle up my emotions, and then I would just burst out in tears and whatever. And so they put me in therapy. I learned how to express myself. Yeah. So it's funny because today I just have to get it off my chest. If I'm feeling something, I'm either going to tell you or vent to somebody else so I can get it off my chest if I don't feel it's appropriate for me to tell you. But I started to talk.
Yeah, I love that.
I started to build confidence in myself with little cosmetic changes. So like in middle school, I started drawing my eyebrows on with a pencil just to kind of fill in the blanks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have eyebrows. Those fell out. And I remember I had a counselor one time gave me a confidence booster. She was like, baby, you know, I see what you're trying to do there. And that black pencil is not a good match for your skin tone. You want to use a darkest brown. And I said, okay, thank you. And that helped because I'm like, this does look kind of crazy.
Things, but little things from people who care and are watching out for your best interest.
So that was like one thing. And then, you know, as I started to age and the wigs, you know, I could cut them to make them more stylish for a tweenie or whatever you are between the 10 and 13. Yeah. And eventually, by the time I got to high school, I was able to, my hair grew to a point where I could do latch hooks. I came out of the wigs. And so I was just like so excited for that because now I could still wear the headband to cover the fact that I did not have any edges. I mean, they were completely bald, but I had enough hair that allowed me to put these latch hooks in where I could have a hairstyle. Yes. And it wasn't a wig that was going to fall off or could be pulled off because someone did pull my wig off once when I was in middle school. And I transitioned from the latch hooks to full sewn in weaves. Yeah. Some partial weaves where it left a little bit of my hair out, which was scary because if it rained, I did not have a perm and that hair was going to be a whole different texture than the weave that was sewn in. So a story about that one day when it rained in high school. It was bad.
Oh my God. All the things to worry about.
I transitioned to ponytails. Where I had swoop bangs. Yeah. So I could put my hair up in a ponytail, have a cute thing, and then she would put some hair in and cover the edges again. Everything was about hiding what I didn't have. Okay. But also allowing me to transition out of these wigs. Right. And so my confidence started to boost a little bit there in high school. Dudes wanted to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, I'm cute. Okay. And you play football? Yeah. You want to talk to me? So that helped, you know, getting some attention from the opposite sex, especially that, you know, that you're attracted to, right? Help boost my confidence. But then I met who is now my husband. Yeah. And he didn't care about any of it. And it was kind of weird because I was still trying to transition into it. And he was like, oh, I like it when you wear your hair wrapped up in the scarf or nothing. Right. You know, just when you have the scarf on, it looks very, you know, queen-like and just natural and Mother Earth and that sort of thing. Yeah. So he encouraged me a long, long time ago to just be natural. And I'm like, nope, not going to happen. Yeah. His opinion of me wasn't enough. I had to get to it myself. Right. And eventually I did, but I was like 29 years old, I think it was, when I went on a vacation. Well, yeah, it was a vacation. We were dropping my nephew off at college in Florida. He went to Bethune-Cookman, and I went to sit by the pool, and I had this wig on. It was cute. Yeah. But I also had one of those cute summer hats on. And I'm sitting down at the pool and I just start sweating, just
yeah.
pouring down my
Double
face.
layers, yes.
And I'm like, this is stupid. Like, what? Because at that time I had probably about that much hair on the back of my head.
Okay.
That much of a patch of hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is stupid. I'm just going to go take this wig, this hat off, or the wig at least.
Yeah.
Have my brother shave up the back of my head because he's bald.
Okay.
This is my sister's husband. He's my brother. And I'm like, bro, just clean me up. I'm not doing this wig no more. I'm sweating. I'm hot. And I just want to be free. And I'm like, if I'm going to test it anywhere, it's going to be where nobody knows me.
Yeah.
And so I love this part of the story. After he did it and me and my sister stepped out into the hotel hallway, my niece at the time was maybe about 4, 5, 6 years old, maybe 8. I don't know. She was young though, right?
Yeah.
And so me and my sister walking down the hallway, my niece and my 2 sons are peeking out the door watching, and my niece goes, I don't think this is a good idea.
Out of the mouth of babes.
Out of the mouth of babes.
Oh my gosh.
But my sister's walking behind me the whole time we're out. And the first person that we see is in the elevator lobby on our floor.
Yeah.
He's just standing there staring out the window, minding his own business. And then he turns around to see who's looking. And then he did a double take and did a nod. And I was like, approval. Okay, this might actually go really well.
Yes.
And ever since then, it's just kind of been like my greatest fear was, how are people going to look at me? How are people going to receive me because I don't have hair? I think it's going to be negative people because I grew up being teased and made fun of and bullied and, assaulted, quite frankly.
Yeah.
That I'm scared. Right. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But the response that I got from the world was the complete opposite. It was the looks of like, wow, you're so beautiful. It was the compliments. It was the, the confirmation that, you rocking that. And people would say that a lot too. So that's where the rock came from. Like, I'm rocking it. Like you rocking that ball and I am rocking this ball. And that's also probably how the name transitioned into I Rock It Bald.
And it's amazing how people's words can make you sit up stronger or bring you back down. And what a beautiful story to be able to have that man that you didn't know. And again, somebody of the opposite sex who, when we're younger, it's very important, right? If that's, even though you're married, it doesn't matter. It's like somebody validating, right?
Yeah.
And to not have, he didn't have any skin in the game. He didn't have any reason to say or nod or anything, but he did because he saw.
Isn't it amazing, though, how much weight we put on the value of people who we don't even know?
Yeah, 100%.
Like the affirmation of strangers that helped me to get to this level of confidence. Now that I sit here reflecting on it, it's crazy because right now, at this stage in my life, I don't care what anybody think about me. I'm going to do me.
Right.
But I had to get here.
Yes.
And getting here involved the validation of strangers.
Yeah. I think what happens too is that, when it's our family or our closest friends that give us validation, we think it's because they're trying to make us feel better.
Right.
Rather than telling us the God's honest truth.
Yep. Because they love us. Yeah. Right. And they want us to feel protected and safe.
Exactly. And this person did, like I said, had no skin in the game. He didn't have any reason why he had to do or not do anything. But he gave you what you needed at the time. Yep. Isn't that interesting?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. It's funny because I used to have very long hair. I had long hair for my whole life. And it was a huge crutch. And as soon as I cut it off, I think my confidence even boosted again because I just don't worry about it. Yeah. It's like, this is who I am. And the hair is really not that important.
It's not, but it takes a special kind of woman to rock no hair, short hair. And it's funny because a lot of the women that I know who have long, beautiful hair, they don't want to be bothered with it. They don't want to take care of it. So they'll put it under a wig. Right. And I'm like,
or you always have it on top of your head or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I were faced with the same situation, if I would have come out ahead like you did or not. I mean, I think that is such a personal journey that it's hard to to put yourself in somebody's shoes like that.
Yeah.
But I think you're fabulous.
Well, thank you.
For all of you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Every time I hear someone give me a compliment about, my bald head or my looks or everything, it's still always very, makes me shy. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because, you don't have to say that.
Right.
Right. You don't have to compliment me. And, I don't get a big head about it or anything, but I just take it like, it's humbling.
I think too, for you in particular, Tam, is that you, like, your whole presence is well put together. And this is almost like your accessory, like your statement, right? And it just adds to the whole flavor of who you are. Yeah. I just think it's so amazing.
And people ask me sometimes too, like, is it by choice? Like, is this a style you rocking?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, this is by consequence.
Yeah.
I just choose to share it with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could cover it up, but I'm over that.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing I wanted to ask you is, as you're continuing to grow and the company is continuing to grow, who do you want to partner with? What are you looking for? Yeah.
Thank you so much for asking because right now, did I tell you about the eyebrows? Yes. So let me expound on the eyebrow story really quick. So I've been drawing my eyebrows on since I was in middle school. So about 12 years old, trying to figure out the shape. It started off as a zoop, zoop.
Yeah.
Straight line. Crazy, right? It evolved to more of an art form where I could like paint something, brush something on that looked more shapely and arched and everything. So it evolved. But I did that up until like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm 45.
Yeah. It's a long time of drawing. Yeah.
Okay. I was introduced to micro shading eyebrows and it changed my life. I got mine done about 3 years ago and it's like an ombre micro shaded eyebrow. And it was a procedure. It took about 3 hours. And when I was done, it's actually the most watched reel on my Instagram page. It has like 14,000 views. But once it was done, it looked so beautiful. And I did not have to put on makeup anymore. And it changed my life because no longer was I worried about touching my face and rubbing off my eyebrow or going on vacation and having to put on eyebrows to go get wet, to towel my face off, to wipe my eyebrows.
Right.
I mean, it was just little micro thoughts that happened throughout the day where I'm like, I don't want to think about this anymore.
And sorry, so I understand, is it almost like a tattooing?
They definitely use a needle and they don't go as deep as a tattoo.
Okay.
So yes, they use a needle to insert the ink to create the visual.
They're beautiful.
So that service changed my life and just took that one worry off my plate from day to day. And so what I want to do with IROCKITBALD is, and the price of that procedure is costly. Yeah. But I want to partner with a service provider who wants to provide that service to change someone else's life, and be able to gift that to someone who's living without eyebrow hair. Because it just was so impactful to me. Two things that I want to do in this world is I want to have an impact and I want to leave a legacy. And so because I think the eyebrows, I mean, it's cosmetic, yes, but the way it shifted how I felt about me, this was also part of the confidence boost. Yeah. I want to be able to provide that to someone else who wants it, who it'll give them that same jolt to. So I'm looking for a partner that provides that service, that is very careful about, providing it to people with hair loss, whether it's from alopecia or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I want to do that. Like, I want to do that by the end of June.
Oh, by the end of June. All right. So if
I want to have that partnership in place by the end of June. Yes.
If anybody's listening out there, seriously, if when you're listening or watching this and you have a connection, please reach out to Tam, because this is important. We see, just with the work that we do with our clients and just up-leveling presence, we see the confidence boost. So I can only imagine, like you said, they're micro shading. It's micro shading, and it's micro worries that people have that add up.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
right.
Because
they just stack up, and all of a sudden your confidence doesn't feel right. But it's like, can we limit it? Like, what can we do?
Yep. Take that worry off my plate. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. We're going to go a little longer than usual because I like this conversation and it's my show and it's off script and we can do it. I want to talk about a children's book that maybe you might have up your sleeve.
Yes. So I have so many stories from when I was a kid growing up with alopecia that I've decided that I'm going to write children's books telling those stories to help people talk to their children about alopecia and about people who are just different, that look different than them. Yeah. Because too many times, just recently, too many times though, I've run into children, even my own godchildren, be like, where your hair? Oh. And I'm like,
show you where my hair is.
This what we doing today? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was in New Orleans at the beginning of April. And I was at the pool with my sister, and a little boy yelled out something to his mom. He was like, "Is that a boy?" Oh. And I was like, "I'm a girl." Kept it moving. Yeah. Right. I did a post on LinkedIn about this because it triggered something in me in that moment. And it's like, we need to provide the tools to children to be able to navigate their curiosity. Yeah. Comfortably. Right. And without shushing them and without making them feel bad about being curious, but also with love and kindness. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to hurt people's feelings with your curiosity. There's a way to go about it. So I think these children books will help to bring that awareness forward. And so by the end of June, again, I'm on a deadline. I'm going to have the first draft of that first children's book written. So.
Good for you. That's
amazing.
Lord,
I done put it out there for everybody to hear.
She said it. It will be true. It will be true. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us. And I think there's so many important lessons to learn within the conversation. And I think it's interesting too, going back to your little niece that said, I don't know if that's a good idea. That's how kids are, right? I mean, they just say whatever they want to say, but maybe giving some tools to round the edges a little earlier would be helpful. Yeah. All right. This is my magic bowl. We have time for one question. Okay, and if it doesn't say Detroit on it, then I'm putting it back in and I'm getting a new one.
Listen, you already said that. Let me see if I can read it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can read it.
I have chicken scratch, so that's always my caveat.
Nope.
Hilarious. I don't want that one. Oh, yeah, this is the one. Okay. A Detroit rule you live by.
I don't like this question. What's a Detroit rule that I live by? We represent wherever we go, whether it's to another state, to another country. It's going to always be an English D on my neck or my hat. It's going to be a what up, though, when you greet somebody. We represent no matter where in the world we go. So many people have implanted in other parts of the world, but they always carry Detroit with them, right? Like I know people who've moved to Georgia, Arizona, DC, and the Detroit people get together and link up and keep it Detroit like together. So I love that. I've never lived anywhere other than here, but when I go out of town and I'm traveling, I always have something that represents me in my city.
I love that. Yeah. It's funny, and I might have talked about this on a different podcast, but we did a Red Wings tour. We lived in Georgia for a couple of years, and there was a Red Wings tour to the Nashville Predators. And so we went up, the whole bunch of us met there, and we just ended up in this bar, and the whole bar had Red Wings jerseys on. It was Detroit everywhere. It was so fun. And you're right. I mean, if you're from Detroit, you'll find the other Detroiter.
You will.
100%.
It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're going to represent. The fellas might have on a ball cap with the English D or a shirt or something, a coat, a t-shirt, something. You going to know if you out of town where the Detroiters at.
Yep. That's right. Oh my gosh, Tam, I literally could continue to talk to you for probably the next couple hours. However, we do need to say goodbye. So thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And I can't wait till June comes because I'm going to be calling her up saying, where is it? Woo-hoo. What do you got? And again, if you know somebody that can help out this organization with this special operation of gifting, right? Yes. Please reach out to Tam and, let's get it done. Yep. Let's get it done.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Make sure to watch and follow, and we'll talk to you another day.